IVM.
Hi everybody, just wanted to ask everyone for a quick favor. We're running a brand survey right now and would really appreciate it if you could let us know what you think about the advertising on IVM. Go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and do let us know. As part of this, we'll be selecting 10 random participants and sending them some IVM swag, so do fill out those surveys.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach Podcast, the bite-sized podcast filled with quick and easy, actionable habits. Remember, great habits create that awesome life. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach. And today's fun fact of the day has to do with the origin of the word fast. Did you know that the word fast comes from the Old English word Fiesten or Fiest? It means to firmly fix or to be steadfast or to hold on to or to secure something. You know, like how we say fasten, feisten, fasten. It started being used to describe restricting foods as a way of securing your pledge or securing yourself from a life of overindulgence. Even back in the 8th century, when the word started getting used in this context, people probably realized that overindulgence was not a good thing. It had many issues with the way the body functioned. And I guess just like how we now keep talking and referring to our great-grandparents and our parents and how their health was better than what it is now, back then people must have jumped to the same conclusion and blamed their overindulgence for it, just like the way we do today. Truth be told, as we evolved, we started accumulating more and more and hence indulged more and more. From time to time, it makes sense to start slowing down the pace and taking it easy. We're of course familiar with fasting from a food perspective. Especially my work is very, very popular amongst the intermittent fasting community and people wanting to try intermittent fasting. And we're also aware of fasting from food and drink on certain days for religious reasons. However, there are so many other things that we indulge from time to time. And this podcast is about understanding all those things that we overindulge and figuring out what we can do about them. You see, when we indulge and overindulge in something, we begin to get desensitized to it. It starts becoming normal. We need more of it to begin feeling the same way, be it alcohol or eating outside food or spending time on the phone or even shopping. And all these things are fine in small quantities. And like the old saying goes, too much of anything is bad for you. Medicine turns into poison when overconsumed. And most of our overindulgences start off as things that are actually good for us, but then turn into being something that is harmful. These often turn into addictions. And an addiction is when you do something you liked and it's no longer feeling good, but you continue doing it. Think about what happens when you overindulge in chocolates. The first chocolate was amazing, but the sixth chocolate, not so satisfying. You see, the idea of this podcast came from what I did yesterday. I did a Maun Vrat or a talking fast. I didn't talk to or use my phone or communicate in any way from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Just 12 hours. And it was absolutely a beautiful time because I spent it reading and thinking. It gave my throat a rest and helped me disconnect from the world. Then a friend of mine in the evening tells me, "What are these strange things you keep doing every time you're doing something new like this?" That's when I got the idea of recording this episode because I often use fasting when I recognize that I'm overindulging in something. For example, when I realized I was shopping too much, I took a fast from Amazon and didn't buy anything for 3 weeks, however small it was. When I realized that during December I had spent so much time eating outside food, for one entire month, which was January, I didn't eat out at all. This, of course, being 3 years ago. And as your habit coach, I want you to analyze your indulgences. Decide which of these is now harmful and not giving you joy. Then I want you to fast from it for a few days or for a set amount of time. So your simple habit starts by just fasting from the things you enjoyed at one point of time, but now realize that you're overindulging in them. If something is compulsory and no longer gives you joy, take a break from it. It could be taking a break from a show that you've been binging on. It could be from tea or coffee. Anything that you feel needs a break. And remember, hold fast. Let go of it for a day. because I can promise you, when you get it back, it will be much, much better. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME180. That's Awesome180.
Hey everybody, it's been a great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Misconduct with Raghavi and Nisha, we learn about the very famous case of Indrani Mukherjee. Not the murder, but of foreign investment violations and money laundering. It's an exciting double episode. On Non-Curry, Sataf and Archit talk about the superfoods haldi or turmeric, its health benefits, cultural significance, economics, and much more. On Storytellers and Storytellers, Vineet is joined by Keshav Chaturvedi. He's the host of Tere Mere Rasta and a veteran photographer. He shares his journeys from photos to podcasts. On The Habit Coach with Ashdin, host of Paisa Vaisa, Anupam Gupta shares how one can cultivate the habit of saving. And on GabyCD, find out what Sunetro and Farad's favorite picks are when it comes to the portrayal of queer sex on screen. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of the shows on the IVM network for that matter, please do tell a friend. We really appreciate that. And finally, I'd like to thank the sponsors on the network this week, Fiat Cred, Banco Baroda, Quarter, and CoinSwitch Kuber. We really do appreciate the support.
Don't you think that if everyone around you is getting smart, you better be smarter? Hey there, I'm the traveling professor Siddharth Deshmukh, and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast to make you smarter. Smarter with Sid. What's this season's focus about? Well, it's about 10-minute nuggets that will make you stand out at work. It's time to go from smart to smarter. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday and become smarter with Sid.